We've been talking a lot lately about the 5 dysfunctions of a team by Patrick Lencioni and how to avoid those dysfunctions on the teams and the people that you lead in your life. And if we go back and just revisit the pyramid of the 5 dysfunctions of a team, we learn that it starts with the dysfunction of the absence of trust, leading into the fear of conflict, going into the lack of commitment, avoidance of accountability, and inattention to results. The last couple of weeks, we've been talking about trust and conflict and the importance of building the foundation of trust. First and foremost, taking the time to make sure that there is trust among those that you lead. And after trust, then comes conflict and the encouragement of healthy conflict. So often we think of that word possibly as a negative word, when really a strong team encourages conflict and has conflict and handles it in a respectful, healthy way. Now, today we're going to talk about commitment. And I don't know about you, I have definitely been guilty of doing this with teams or people that I've led. And I've also been on the receiving end of this. So I know how it feels. And there's just so much more clarity around what commitment means to me after being part of these situations and reading this book as well. So again, I'll share from my experience. There have been times in my life when I've led others and I've come in and I've put my idea or my goal on the group without including them. Meaning I've come in and I'm like, all right, you guys, this year, here's the goal. We're going to hit this many deals and this many sales and on and on and on and on. Or, hey, this is what we're doing. Here's what we're going to do. Are you in? Are you committed? And so often, like starting out a meeting like that, just with like, the intention is right. Sometimes as leaders, we're excited. We're like, hey, listen, like, this is where we're going. This is where we're headed for fourth quarter. This is where we're headed for next year. Here it is. Here's the numbers. Shoot for this. And in reality, while we might be excited, there might be somebody around the table that's feeling completely conflicted or upset or confused. So what we need to think about as leaders before we come in and just like attack with goals that we have in mind, we've got to go in and we've got to get clarity and we've got to get buy-in. That's what commitment is. It's clarity and buy-in from our team. The only way that we can get clarity and buy-in is if we've built a foundation of trust and conflict, healthy conflict. Because if we do not have those two things, here's what's going to happen. We're going to present something as a leader, and there are going to be people that are just like, yep, I'm committed. And what's going to happen is all the thoughts that they're really thinking that they want to say around that table, they're not going to say around the table. They're going to leave the meeting and they're going to go say those things to somebody else, and they're not going to be completely committed to rowing in the same direction as you are. So in order to avoid that from even happening, we need to build trust. We need to encourage healthy conflict, and then we need to get everybody's buy-in. How do we get everybody's buy-in? We ask for their feedback on our teams. We go around and we say, okay, I want to hear, what are your thoughts? What's your feedback? And here's the reality, guys. Not everybody's going to agree with you. I used to have a boss like years ago that would be like, okay, guys, have we reached consensus? We need to reach consensus. Here's the reality of this. Commitment is not consensus. We are going to disagree. There are going to be disagreements on the team. CEO of Intel, Andy Grove, said, we are going to disagree and commit. How does that happen? Right? It happens because we create this safe environment where everyone feels heard. They've been given the opportunity to share how they're truly feeling, to express that in front of the entire team, to get it out in the open, to handle and address any conflicts that are coming up so that everybody can leave that meeting, feel as if they were heard, and leave fully bought in and committed to the goal, even if it wasn't the one they wanted. And that is what's so important about starting with these foundational steps of trust and encouraging healthy conflict. So commitment. After everyone has felt heard, what do you do at the end of the meeting to make sure people are taking action, right? We can do things with this little phrase, right? How much, by when, by who? Just reviewing. Okay, what are the action items? What's happening next? What's due? By when? Who's responsible for it? At the end of a meeting, if there's a message that needs to be delivered to the company or to the rest of the team, what is that message? Let's all get clear on the message and how we're going to deliver it as a team, as a united front, to show that we are all committed to rowing in the same direction and helping everybody else grow. Right? So you know that if you've been watching these, I also like to connect these back to life leadership scenarios. And we've been talking a lot about bringing it to your dinner table with your kids. And here's an example that I can think of, right? Maybe you all are at this time where you've earned a family vacation and you're trying to decide where do you want to go as a family. And you sit down at dinner and you're so excited to talk about this, and everybody in your family wants to go somewhere different. And you've created this environment, this safe place of trust where everybody feels confident sharing where they want to go. And the question is, well, we know we're not going to go to all 5 of these places. How do we pick and agree on the one? And maybe it looks like something is as simple as, hey guys, I want everybody to come back to the dinner table tomorrow, and I want you to share 5 reasons why you think going to Disneyland would be the best vacation for our family. And letting everybody come back and just share, hey, this is why I feel like my choice would be the best choice for our family to vacation on this time. Give them the choice to feel heard. Also setting them up. Hey guys, as you know, we're not going to be able to go everywhere everybody wants to go this year. And what I want to make sure of is that whatever we decide on, we're all going to agree that we're going to show up and be present for each other, that we're going to have fun, and we're going to be there and show love for our family. Can we leave the dinner table tonight agreeing to that? So whatever we end up deciding tomorrow night, after we hear your facts about where you want to go, that we're going to be okay with that, right? And as parents and as business leaders sometimes, there's going to be disagreement among the team, and as the head leader of the team, you're going to have to make the decision. In this situation, though, you're setting your kids up for success, right? How much, by when, by who? Okay, everybody, every person's gonna have 5 reasons why they should go. We should pick their vacation spot. Each person's gonna be responsible for bringing them to the dinner table tomorrow and sharing them, right? That's the how much, by when, by who. And then they know at the end of that conversation, when everybody has felt heard and everyone comes to conversation of, okay, you know what? Well, maybe that is a better idea. Let's go here. The decision that's going to get made, everyone is going to commit and buy into. Even if it wasn't theirs, they're going to support whatever decision gets made. So that's a little example of how you can take it back to the dinner table as well. Just remember, commitment is buy-in and clarity. It does not mean consensus. And because you've taken the time to establish trust and encourage healthy conflict, that's why you can get the commitment of everybody on the team, even if it wasn't their original goal or thought, and you can continue rowing in the same direction, working towards accountability, production, and encouragement.